Good morning. Welcome to the webinar that we're hosting with Christian Melo. He's the sales manager for the Caribbean and the north of Latin America for Johnson Controls. The brands that we handle with them are Surguard, Qualsys, and DSC. I'm Marcel Van Brakel. I'm the general manager for Silmar Electronics International. And we're going to wait at least 2 minutes more to have more people entering to the webinar.
All right.
Give us a few seconds, please. Can you hear me clearly, Christian? And
I can hear you. I can hear you very well.
okay, perfect. All right. I'm going to make you a presenter, and
Perfect.
you can start at any time.
Well,
Okay.
hello everyone. Thanks for joining us. We are going to looking forward the rest of the people. Very thanks, plenty thanks for to stay here. I'm gonna try to make this presentation the most interactive possible. Also, a little reminder that I am a Spanish guy, so if somebody don't understand me, please let us know. For sure, somebody from Silmar will help me to clarify any information you require. So we're gonna, I think, save that 3 minutes more, Marcel. That's
Yeah, we can wait 1 minute more and we can start.
okay. That's perfect.
You can share your screen now. Let's see if.
Let me take that.
Christian is going to make the presentation, and if you have any question, please write it in the question section, and we will go over those questions at the end of the presentation. Okay, we can start now, Christian.
Okay, right. That's perfect. So, well, hello guys. I have the pleasure to introduce you today some couple of new devices that we are launching for the market in our technology PowerG. As you know, our best technology in the market is PowerG. However, we are improving some couple of these features and some look and feels inside or on side of all of those sensors, and of course getting more interactive, more getting new details to bring a better experience for all of our end users. Yeah, understanding that we are moving forward in a really huge step to get inside automation, security, and definitely now CCTV with third-party cameras through ONBIF and RSTP protocol. So this is the thing that we are doing to bring a better experience for all of you. I would like to show you a short slide where we can see all of our products, all of our panels, how can you define or how can you work from our platforms. Yeah, because as you know, we have 3 different platforms now. A third-party platform with our partnership alert.com, and Power Manage with Connect Alarm app, and now we have DSC Connect with our communicators LE4050C and LE4060U, our new universal communicator. That I think that we are going to open other webinar to explain you much better regarding this specific platform, DSC Connect, that I think that will wake up a little much interested in all of related power series third-party panels that you can bring to this new 2026 with 4G communication and of course with app, which is the most important thing nowadays. Well, we have IQ4 generation. In all of IQ4 generation, we have three different panels. We have IQ4, of course, the IQ4 hub in the middle of the line, and the IQ4NS, with it is the no screen panel. For this part, if you we come up here, we have, of course, Power Series Neo, our iconic brand, our iconic panel in the market, our top sell now in Latin America, and Power Series Pro, our most robust panel in the market to different kind of applications like banks, like data centers, or any place where you need a level 3 panel, a grade 3 panel, sorry. And definitely in this part, join the product, the hardware product, join the platforms. Of course, we have our wireless technology, PowerG. I consider that we are the brand with the largest kind of sensors in wireless technology in the market. Yeah. Now we have different kind of sensors through PowerG. You can see here a little bit crowd, a little bit small, all different kind of sensors that we have and all different products we have. But definitely we have curtain sensors, we have smoke detectors, heat detectors, we have peer cams, we have, for example, 360 grids motion detector, we have dual wave motion detectors, we have the motion regular detector, also we have the vanish and magnetic contact, the auxiliary magnetic contact, the outdoor magnetic contact, and now we are launching that you will see other different colors for some specific devices. But also you can see the panic buttons, you can see the key fobs, two different key fobs, a glass break detector. Well, we have a huge portfolio because also we have outdoor siren, indoor siren, wireless, temperature sensor with the probes, flow detector. Well, we have a lot of solutions for all different market segments that you can find out in the street. With this and this small summary of different kind of segment markets that we can cover with all of our wireless PowerG solution, I would like to show you create the most important new PowerG Plus detectors. As you are looking here, the look and feel of all of those three sensors change, and of course with many detail, we are including two new colors. We have white, of course, but also we have now black and brown. In the last version of PowerG, we had white and brown, but now we are including the black color. And hopefully soon we are going to include gray color. Yes, all of this because all different customer has um, a picky likes, like, oh no, because my door is gray, my door is black. I need that all of those security sensors combined with my area, combined with my window, uh, and all of these things we are thinking in the voice of customer to include, yeah, in this new PowerG Plus era. What is the main difference that you can find here? Of course, the look and feel, but also we are including the battery life reporting inside of any IQ panel. Yeah, when you are using any IQ panel from any of our platforms like Power Manage or alert.com, you will get the status of sensor, which means that, for example, like your mobile phone, okay, the battery status of this sensor is 90%, 70%, 60%. With this, you will get the control to schedule with really accurate the corrective maintenance once you need to change the battery. Yes, of course. And also, if, for example, you have an area where you have, I don't know, 6 systems, and all of those systems are getting the battery life of all of peripherals between 20, I don't know, 35%. I think that is very smart to decide, change all of batteries of these 6 systems because you are sending or you are scheduling a technician to go for this specific area. Yep. So definitely it is a really good new feature that we have with PowerG Plus. Yeah. The new one is our auxiliary magnetic contact with the input that you can connect any wired zone or something like that. Yeah. And now with this, you are getting a new color, the black color. With this, we are including some couple of options, and also you can measure the battery life of this sensor. This is the new plus that we are getting in all of this new era of PowerG. Yep, basically the battery measures, also that you can update the firmware of all of those sensors through PowerG protocol. Yeah, so if we are gonna launch or release any firmware update, the connection between the panel and sensor, we use this protocol to upgrade the firmware of this sensor because we are making sure that the communication of PowerG is very established. Yeah. So with this, we are gonna get any trouble or any interruption while the firmware upgrade is doing. With this, we are changing the infrared lens of this specific motion detector, improving the detection, improving the maybe the how do you say that in English? The invisible spaces that you can get from the motion detector because we are amplified the width of this infrared detection from this sensor. So this is the best or the main improvement of this motion detector. Yeah, the lens, the infrared lens. With this, for example, as you know, in islands, the temperature sometimes affects the operation of some motion detectors because it's a little bit hard for any motion detector detect the changes of temperature between the human and environment if definitely the environment temperature is close to your temperature. Yeah. So with this, we are include a better infrared lens with a better accurate measure, avoiding this kind of issues. Yes, of course, our recommendation is if you have any area in really high level temperatures, maybe we need to check what is the best option to put, what kind of security sensor is much better to install there. Maybe the normal motion detector is not the best idea. Maybe the dual motion detector will be the best idea, or any curtain sensor or something like that. Yeah, but it is the new one, where basically we are improving the lens and also we are improving the look and feel to get a better range detection of this sensor, and of course the battery life measure and total features compatible with Neo in terms of detection. However, in PowerG Plus, you won't get the battery life measure like you will get in IQ panel. Yeah, this is the only thing that you are missing in Neo from this new PowerG Plus era, but the sensor is totally compatible with Neo without any problem. Also, we are changing our definitely we are doing a big change with the smoke and heat detector and with our fluid detector. The new name of this fluid detector is the water tile. Water tile, let me go first to this device and I can come back for the temperature is this. It's like a square money. It's like a square money that you can throw under the bathroom, under the washing machine, under any area that maybe you can get a risk of any fluid. Yeah. So with this, basically you only need to purchase this one and put close to the place that maybe you will get a fluid, but also it definitely the area is a critical area when you can get a massive fluid, a critical fluid. We can purchase the accessory to put in the wall, the flow detector, but connect a proof to avoid any struggle on the electronic inside of the water tile detector. Yeah. So because definitely if we have a warehouse, uh, when you have a textile or some of these materials, or I don't know, in a warehouse when where you have a paper or something like that, where the fluid is critical, and maybe it's a rainy season or some with the storms or something like that, definitely we need to add the proof to get um, a best installation, a best practice, avoiding any issue or any struggle to damage our electronic of water tile. Yeah. So, but basically, it's an option that we are bringing you. But also, we have the extension of the proof if maybe you need to install the sensor, I don't know, 4 meters far away of the place that you need to measure the fluid or something like that. So you can get this option, the extension cable. So you will put this and the sensor. All of these accessories include the wall mount for the sensor. Yeah. This new one, this new one changed a little bit because if you know the last PeerCam, the name that we had for this is the Minion PeerCam because it's something like a minion. The look and feel, it's like a minion or was like a minion. This new one changed a little bit, change the lens, change this part is more rectangle, and also include the lens of the new PGP 9914, also improving the detection, the peer detection, because include the new lens, but also include a considerably improvement in the camera. Yes, because here now you have 3 different options with the pair count. Yep, if you will get any image from any trigger or from any alarm directly from the sensor, or maybe you are programming the panel to get the image once you have any kind of alarm, the panel will get a resolution, a VGA resolution in this kind of alarms. But if you would like to get a picking or image on demand, you can get a HD resolution of this image. This won't get a frame, a photo frame. You will get a big size photo of the place, but in high resolution. So when you are playing with the app and your customer, I don't know, would like to know what is happening in the house or what is happening in the business, uh, the customer has the option to pick in this image in high resolution, in HD resolution, like you are looking here. The good thing, maybe most of you know Power Manage or maybe not, but the good thing with this and also with the last Percam is that you can get all of historical of these image events from Power Manage, and you can save in the system or you can save in the local storage all of those photo frames or all of those photos to get, I don't know, any report for the customer or something like that, which is very, very useful for all of our customers. It is the new thing that we have. Definitely the battery life is improved too, and continue using the last battery of the old one, but also we have this new option that you can connect the PeerCam if you want. It's your decision. Now maybe I don't know, the battery definitely drained and you are not able to change in this moment for any reason. Okay, you can connect uh, a DC adapter to power supply this sensor. It's an option. We are bringing options for you. Glass break detector. Basically, this new one change the battery life, the cover, the look and feel of the cover, include the battery life reporting, include some improvements related the scratch frequency detection of when you have any glass break. However, some considerations of these sensors is what kind of glass you are protecting, because if you have any special protection or covering in the glass, maybe this glass won't get a scratch, won't explode. With this, you won't get any detection from the glass break detector, because this is the idea of the glass break, the scratch, the frequency that you heard when one any window or something like that explode. Yeah. In this case, my recommendation is analyze, first of all, this before install any glass break detector. Um, and if definitely the the glass doesn't have any kind of covering, any kind of special protection, you can install. Yeah. If not, my recommendation is that you consider other kind of sensor, like, for example, the shock detector, because the shock detector will sorry the redundancy, but will detect when somebody's trying to push the the window or something like that, and the vibration of this will get any trigger immediately. Or also, if you decide to install any curtain sensor, once the rubber guy cross the line of this infrared barrier, uh, immediately also you will get the trigger. Yeah. So, or if you would like to complement, you can install the glass break and a curtain sensor, or the shock detector and the curtain sensor. Maybe if the place has a critical material, I don't know, like jewelry, when the amount of money that you have in goods there, well, it's a really important thing. Yep. I don't know if maybe somebody has any question until this point. Marcel, I would like to know, maybe to clarify or answer, give a break between this part.
No, no questions yet. I think that we can continue. I have a question. Well, I have a question, by the way. The choke sensor, if you install it in a window, can you set up the vibration level or is a fixed level?
No, you can calibrate that. You can calibrate the sensitivity of the shock sensor. Avoiding, yeah, depends of the material because it's not the same that you use in a metal or wood, I don't know, door.
Yeah,
If maybe you are using in a window or something like that. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's different. You can calibrate
Okay.
that.
And is there a table that you can guide depending on the material, or you need to make a test every time?
You need to make a test. We don't have a special guide about the, I don't know, possible calibration depends on material because also depends on the location that you put and also depends of the how do you say that the volume
The
of you
thickness.
have, yeah, that you have in the place that you are putting. It's not the same, the thickness of one window or maybe the one door.
Okay.
Yep. So
Uh,
all depend on this.
I just received two questions. One is if there's black contacts available, if they are in stock right now in
Without
ready.
right now, unfortunately, once we launched that, United States got all of the stock that we had. But approximately in 1 month, we are gonna get in black color.
Okay. And the second question, those sensors in 413 megahertz, the IQP, the PGP 40, whatever.
We are gonna get some of this, especially the motion detector, vanish, and auxiliary input sensors. We are gonna get soon. At the same time that the heat detector and smoke detector. I don't have a specific date, but let me check, and we can send this information through Silmar, any sales representative like Gigi or Adri, definitely. But let me do a check. But I think that we already have. I'm not pretty sure now.
Okay. And two questions more about the choke sensor. When is required to check the calibration and if you can repeat why it's necessary to calibrate the choke sensor?
Well, basically, the calibration, you only need to open the cover or of shock sensor, and all of this depends, one, the sensitivity that you want, yeah, because I don't know if you only touch the door of the window and immediately the sensor getting activation, well, I think that is not the idea. um, Always you need to calibrate, yes, because depends on needs, depends on material, depends of location that you put this one. Because of course, when you get, I don't know, I'm gonna do an example. If you put in the corner of the window, it's not the same if somebody trying to break the glass from this corner up that may be from the middle of the window. So in this way, if you put the shock sensor here, you need to make sure that once you try to scratch the glass in the corner, uh, how many times you will get the activation from this. Yes, so I think that is so that I consider this important in every installation is different for the reason every calibration of shock sensor is different, depends on the location.
Okay, I think that is clear. And usually, if you're going to install a choke sensor, you will be installing it in next to a corner and have like a very low sensitivity, so the vibration of the traffic and the wind doesn't trigger the choke sensor. No,
Yep, exactly.
okay, it's different for a wall or usually I have seen customer installing in, for example, if someone has a very expensive work of art, they install the choke sensor, the vibration sensor, so if someone touch it or move it, you will get an alarm. Uh, in a window, it depends on the vibration that you have from the exterior. Uh,
Exactly, exactly. It's very important define the all different conditions of the place. Yes, because I don't know if you are in the street and the place is close to the street, maybe any truck or something like this big cross the street, the vibration of this big truck create, of course, will affect the detection of any shock or sensor. Immediately will get an activation or something like that. Yep. So uh, we need to consider some specific conditions of the environment that you are installing the
and
sensors.
thank you. And I have another question. It is calibrated internally with a potentiometer or
Yep, it's like a potentiometer. It's that you calibrate up and down the sensitivity.
okay. All right. No more questions. You can continue.
Okay, right. So the next one is the PowerG repeater and also our PowerG host in case of Power Series now that you need to add the PowerG host. Also, we are working to launch the keypad with the PowerG model, but with PowerG Plus model. Yeah. So the main difference is only that you will get some specific new information from the sensors. We recently discontinued the normal PowerG host. Now you only have the PowerG Plus host, and you have the PowerG Plus repeater. Yeah, but it's only a question that we are improving the different new devices, but doesn't affect the compatibility if you have the old PowerG host. You won't get any problem uh, unless you don't have the new panel in the last firmware version, which is 4.1, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I'm not, I don't have clear the last firmware version. I am gonna send you, but it is very important. It is very, very important that you have the last firmware version on Neo panel to detect or to make sure that you will be able to enroll any PowerG Plus sensor or any PowerG repeater or to detect the new one, PowerG host. This is the most important thing in Neo. With Qualsys, also, of course, you need to keep upgrading the firmware version of all of those panels. If you are using alert.com or if you are using Power Manage. In both platforms, it's mandatory that you have to or you must. The have to sounds like a root. You must to upgrade the firmware version. Yes, because any avoid any hey no, I bought this sensor. I'm not getting enrolling from my panel. The first question that the tech support will ask you will be what is the last version, the firmware version that you have in the panel. Okay, right. So this is to avoid any kind of these things. My advice is please upgrade the panels to the last firmware version. It's really easy. Now we have our automation devices, which is really important in this new environment of IoT solutions where we are getting or we are including all of different services under only one platform or under only one device or only one app, which is really important nowadays. So with this, you are making sure that you are getting automation, security in only one app, and that you can play with automation rules using the security sensors and using the automation device. Yep. In our portfolio, we have the smart locks in three different colors, silver or platinum. I consider it's platinum. The black matte and black matte with some bronze details. Yep, that is the difference between this and this. The battery life, honestly, of all of those locks, it's around I think that more than 3 years. I have a one in my apartment, and I have been here approximately 2 years, and I have not changed the batteries in all of those time. Yeah, I need something like a 50% battery. Yeah, so which is really good. And also you can play with the codes. I think, or yes, I think, in my opinion, it is the most important part of the locks or the smart locks that you have the control of this one, first of all, remotely, but also you can create a temporal codes. When you have an apartment or when you have an Airbnb, when you have a small or medium hotel, you are able to change this temporal code from the app, or you can schedule this temporal code. So you can schedule from Monday to Wednesday in this period of time, I don't know, 8 to 5, to check in or something like that. And after this time, the code will disable. Yeah, so it's really important. It's really good feature that you need to know because it's an add value that you can offer in your customer. Yeah. The good thing, for example, in Power Manage is the cost of this is zero because definitely all of this is included in the rooming service that you can get from Power Manage. And in Alarm.com, you need to check what is the best package that you can get this feature with Alarm.com, including in interactive package or something like that. But it's really useful. Believe me, it's really useful. I have this one here. I travel a lot. I travel a lot because of my job. I need to. I am a lucky guy that I can travel across the Caribbean islands. So I have a housemate, and my housemate help me some days in the week, and I only enable the code for these specific days that she comes here. And this week, after this week, the code's disable. And every single week, sorry, I change the code because it's only very for to make sure that avoid any kind of security issue or inconvenience. Yeah. The other one devices is the switch, the smart switch, the smart dimmer, the smart socket, the smart plug, and a smart outdoor plug. Yes, oh sorry. With this, you can get the control of, in terms of automation, in a basic place like an office, like a house, like an apartment, like a commercial area, a commercial store, or something like that. Because the IQ panels are able to include something like a 136 automation devices. Yeah, so which is really good, which is really, really good because in one IQ panel, you can get 128 zones, but also at the same time, 136 automation devices. Yep. So it's really, really interesting. And this particular model, at the end of the presentation, I would like to show you a Pelican case that I have with this device with the smart lock and the switch, but it is very, very interesting PowerG Plus sensor because it is an IoG model, new IoG model. With this, you are able to do two different things. You can connect four zones in only this device, wired zones, or you can switch the programming to use this one like a two PGM outputs and two inputs. So you can get the control of garage door. It's a wireless PGM basically. So you can connect any wired siren, any wired strobe light, uh, any kind of these devices, of those devices that you only want get the control with on off. Only you need to include the power supply between the connection, and that's it. Or definitely you need to migrate any wired system to wireless, but you are offering that you will keep the current infrastructure of this. Okay, right? If you have, I don't know, something like a X zones, you only need to include two of those models, connect the four zones in each one, and that's it. But definitely, or you would like to change any wired system, and you have a wired siren, okay, right? You only need to include this model and use the output of this one. Yeah. So it's very interesting. I'm gonna show you this one here in my small showroom that I have here, and also additional to this, you have a magnetic contact functions. So this specific device include a magnetic contact. So you have a magnetic contact, you have a four input zone connections, or you have two outputs and two inputs. You have different kind of service to migrate, to take over, to bring a cost-effective solution for one customer, whatever you want. Finally, here we are launching two different keypads for Qualys. One of these is the most cost-effective wireless keypad. Is this one, the IQKP keypad. This one is wireless, and this one is currently in white color, but coming soon in black color. But basically, you can get the status of the panel, arm or disarm. If you have any issue, you can send medical, fire, or panic signals, and you can arm stay away or night mode. And also, if you want, we have a specific part number that include the proc stack. Yeah, so it's really nice. Oh, sorry. Um, The battery life is around 3 years minimum, believe me, minimum. And this one is the fancy keypad because it's something like an IQ keypad. So fancy keypad, which means because it's a touch screen, you can connect to any IQ panel without any problem. In the technology is dual technology, PowerG or wireless. So you can connect to the Wi-Fi or you can connect through the host of sensor, yeah, without any problem. Recommendation to get all of different benefits of this feature in IQ, upgrade the panel to 4.6 version software versions. In Neo, definitely to the last firmware version 2. And coming soon, we are gonna launch the ZO detector with 10 years of electromechanical cabinet area of this sensor, because as you know, the CO detectors has some special materials inside to detect the monoxide. Yeah, but for this, to making sure that it is working, this has a life, a special year life of this cabinet. And the year cabinet of this is 10 years. After 10 years, you need to change the CO detector. It is for the most of CO detectors. The only change is the cabinet life. Yeah, but it is good. And coming soon, we're gonna launch a PowerG Plus smart lock and PowerG Plus smart touch lock. Will change a little bit with the new features in terms of improve the battery life, battery measure. Also, in the last one, IQ Lock, you also can the measure of the battery life. Yeah. So now, before the questions, I would like to show you the app and also the. Give me a second that I need to. Give me a second, please. Getting issues. Okay.
Automated arm safe. Front door, input key slot.
Okay, I'm gonna share with you the mirror of my mobile phone. So here, this is the Connect Alarm environment. In this part, you can see all different devices that I have connected. Yeah, I have the IoG model connected. I have an IQ4, so for the reason show me that I have a camera, the camera in front of the panel. I am using two outputs of my wireless PGM, but also look at this. I have the smart lock, battery life measure, and I have a smart switch. Yeah, you can get a control remotely here, turn on, turn off, but also the most important is that you can create different automation routines. So, okay, once I disarm the panel, please take a picture from the IQ. So please, once I disarm the panel, switch on, turn on the lights and unlock the door. And this one is, for example, if any window is opening, please activate the PGMs to activate any wire siren or something like that. So let me try to show my camera. Oh my God, no. I lost the camera. Oh my God, how can I come back to my camera? Let me disconnect. Because I disconnect the camera. Admit that I got some issues here. For some reason, I disconnect my camera. Okay, all right. So look at this. This is my bag. My bag here. I'm gonna put the and that I think that I have here is the IOG model, siren with a strobe light. Once I open the door, something like that, immediately get an activation from the siren and get a strobe. Yeah, I have two different options. I can disarm here from the panel. From the panel, I can power up the PGMs from the panel
Door unlocked.
immediately, or I can do remotely from the app. Let me show you this one thing from the app, but I think that is very useful. That now I have Connect Alarm, and here from devices, from automation. So for example, I can activate the relay. I can activate the siren remotely, as you are hearing, and I can power off and I can get the control, but I can create all of these automation rules here, whatever you want, whatever you want. So you can set the name, you can add the kind of event to create this specific event, this specific automation routine. So it's another webinar that we can do because it's a really big options that you have here. So all this is the thing that I had to show you today. Hopefully you have enjoyed this and this information have been useful for you. So I don't know if Marcel, you have
Thank
any?
you. There's another question that is, can I use a key tag to open?
Can I
A,
use
a key tag, a key fob
a
to,
key fob
yeah,
to
to open.
arm?
Remember that you had the previous, the tag, a tag to open. Remember when you had in DSC, in the, that you have the readers with that tag, and with that tag you can open the
To unlock the door, to unlock,
unlock,
or only
yeah,
to
to unlock
disarm?
the door. You
Yes.
first you were able to disarm. Then
Mhm.
when you were able to disarm with the key tag, that was the, well,
Yeah,
the feature that you had.
you will be able to when you have this key tag, you are able to create a routine with the option of disarm panel. Once the panel is disarming, please open the door. So
Okay,
doesn't matter or doesn't care
but
if you use the key tag or the app
oh,
or the keypad or something like that. You are using specifically the
okay.
disarm option.
No, but they clarify the question. Can you open a door with a key tag? No, the answer is no. It doesn't have the reader.
Exactly. No, the iToolog doesn't have a reader. If you have a keypad, like I showed you before, the wireless keypad of IQ, outdoor, well, you can put the tag and immediately the open can the door can be open,
Can unlock. Okay,
can
right.
unlock.
Uh, well, there's another question. Um, Yes, we are saving the webinar and we will share the webinar to all the people that were registered. And what wireless format is supported by Smart Lock? Is the IQ? Well, is IQ? Is PowerG?
IQ in this moment, yes. PowerG. Neo, unfortunately, doesn't support automation. Not yet.
Another question is, can you check panel firmware and update via Power Manage or Connect Alarm app?
Yeah, definitely you can do through Power Manage without any problem remotely. The only consideration is that you need to do that through Wi-Fi.
Okay. All right. Okay. That was the last question that we had. Thank you very much, Christian.
No, I appreciate really. Thanks for your time.
Thank you to all participants. And well, the idea is that we will have at least one training, one presentation per month. So we're going to be more connected with you.
Of course.
Oh, I have another question. Monitoring. Can you clarify a little about that? Is how can you monitor or how you can do monitoring of the system?
But which means
Like,
monitoring the IQ or
how do
monitoring.
you do the alarm monitoring? Then you have Power Manage and you have alarm.com.
Exactly. You can do this, and also you can use Power Manage to do the signal forwarding if you have any CMS, central monitoring software. And also in alert.com, if you have any central monitoring software, you can create the connection between the platform and central monitoring software without any problem.
Can we use an app?
An app to supervise, well, you have the alarm installed in Power Manage. You have the alarm installed. This is the app for the technicians, for the installers, and you have the Connect Alarm, which is the app to the end user. So you have these two different options in alert.com, where you have the end user app, but also you have the mobile tech to supervise the status of system remotely from app. So you have this tool.
Okay. And yes, we have all the PowerG Plus devices that you were looking today. We have them in white in stock here at Silmer.
Right now to order.
Yeah, ready to order. All right, thank you very much. We have
Ready.
another webinar in Spanish. We have to cut you here because we need to start the other training. Thank you very much, and well, see you in a month. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Thanks very much. Bye bye.